2025 is getting closer, and with it come the predictions of Vanga, a woman whose visions have left a deep mark on popular culture. If you've ever heard of her, you know her prophecies aren't exactly comforting. In fact, some are so unsettling that they leave you wondering if we're truly ready for what lies ahead. We're living in complicated times, right? News outlets are constantly reporting on wars, economic crises, and extreme climate changes. And it's not just happening far away, we're all feeling it in our daily lives, whether it's concerns over global politics or fear of natural disasters. The sense that the world is on the brink of something major feels very real. But what Vanga predicts for 2025 might be more than we ever imagined. Let's start with something everyone dreads: nuclear war. The ongoing conflict between Russia and Ukraine is nothing new, but by 2025, tensions could reach unprecedented levels. Can you imagine a nuclear conflict in the 21st century? It sounds like something out of a horror movie, but Vanga foresaw it. She predicted that if the current situation continues, Europe could be on the edge of a nuclear catastrophe. And it's not just about a war between two nations. The situation could escalate as other countries step in, dragging more nations into the conflict. What started as a regional issue could spiral into a global crisis, with devastating consequences if no resolution is reached soon. And if you think nuclear war is the worst thing that could happen, think again. Throughout history, we've seen how wars not only leave scars on people but also disrupt economies, cultures, and everyday life. Tensions like these could destabilize everything we know. On top of that, Vanga also predicted that 2025 would be a year when the world's attention turns to the United States. According to her visions, a new president will take charge, but what's most concerning is that this leader could completely change the game. Instead of the familiar foreign policies we've seen in recent years, the country might take a drastic turn. Could it be a more isolated, inward-focused approach? Or perhaps something even more radical that could shake international relations to their core? The truth is, the decisions made by the US have global repercussions. Over the past decades, many global crises have either started or escalated there. So, if Vanga's predictions are accurate, this change could bring about a year of major transformations on a global scale. As for climate change, her predictions are just as alarming. Can you imagine a world with stronger storms, more intense heatwaves, and more destructive floods? According to Vanga, 2025 could be the year when nature shows us its harshest side. Droughts could leave vast regions without water, while heavy rains could flood entire areas, causing disasters and mass displacements. If we're already feeling the effects of climate change, imagine what could happen if natural disasters grow more severe. These situations won't just impact cities and farmland, they'll threaten food production and access to basic resources. With our advanced technology, we might face even more devastating storms, with consequences we're not ready to handle. However, not everything Vanga predicted is completely terrifying. She also mentioned that in 2025, advancements in artificial intelligence and biotechnology could transform the way we live. From robots assisting in medicine to AI making important decisions for us, the future seems full of possibilities. But don't get too excited, there are risks too. What if the technology we create becomes so advanced that we lose control over it? Maybe you've seen movies where machines take over, and while it seems like science fiction, Vanga warned about the dangers of over-reliance on technology. As more aspects of our lives become automated, the question is, will we remain in charge, or will the machines start calling the shots? 2025 is also predicted to be a year of significant social change. According to Vanga, social revolutions might erupt in various parts of the world, fueled by widespread discontent. Have you noticed how people are increasingly questioning governments and fighting for change in power structures? Well, by 2025, this sentiment could reach its peak. Protests demanding social justice, better living conditions, and democracy could escalate, forcing many governments to respond in ways that could reshape everything. Throughout history, social revolutions have transformed entire nations. If Vanga's predictions are correct, 2025 could mark the beginning of a major shift in global power dynamics. It might be the year when people, tired of oppression and inequality, decide to take control of their destiny. Finally, one of her most chilling predictions is the resurgence of a plague. It might remind us of what we went through with COVID-19, but Vanga envisions a new threat looming over humanity. This wouldn't be just any disease but one that could spread rapidly and affect massive populations. While this sounds terrifying, it also makes us question how prepared, or unprepared, we are for a new health emergency. If the pandemic taught us anything, it's that the world can change overnight. And in 2025, according to this seer, a new plague could expose our vulnerabilities once again. Baba Vanga's predictions for 2025, though chilling, also encourage reflection. Perhaps it's not about waiting for things to happen, but about starting to prepare for what's ahead. After all, the past few years have shown us that major changes aren't always predictable. And while some see Prophecies as a reason to fear, others view them as warnings, a call to action. Will we be able to take control of our future, or will we get caught in the storm that the future seems to promise? The answer might be in our hands. And so, we reach the end of this journey through Baba Vanga's fascinating, albeit unsettling, predictions for 2025. Remember, prophecies aren't set in stone. They're reminders of how crucial it is to take action now to shape a better tomorrow. Now it's your turn. What do you think about all this? Let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss more content like this. See you in the next video.